One leading Democrat just issued a dire warning to Donald Trump and a glittering promise to Democrats, as well as anyone else who cares about transparency and integrity in American politics. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Coming to you from an exotic location, we had a new birth in my family. Here's our story. Donald Trump is a corrupt son of a gun, but if you're subscribed to this channel, and if you haven't, seriously, hit the button below for goodness sakes. Unless you've been living in a cave on Mars, you know Donald Trump has no integrity whatsoever. And really, even if you do live on Mars in a cave, you probably still knew that at this point. Crypto scams, pay-for-play dinners, jets from foreign nations, backroom deals with billionaires, and, of course, an insurrection. And it's easy to see why the man would make criminals like Richard Nixon or Warren G. Harding say, "Dude, you're a crook." And while much of Washington is afraid to say as much, count on Representative Jasmine Crockett to call the man out. Don't believe me? Have a look.
The first one, gutted medical research.
Trump.
Kidnapping Americans and sending them to foreign countries, a.k.a. deporting them.
Trump.
Driving us into a recession.
Trump.
Increasing the cost of everything.
Trump.
Waging an idiotic tariff war.
Trump.
Harming farmers.
Trump.
Ignoring the Constitution.
Trump.
Proposing to take away Social Security.
Trump.
Cutting health care.
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe.
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness.
Trump.
Thank you so much. Have to go through this kind of political theater because, listen, we all know what it is. That's why they hired everybody from Fox News, because all they trying to do is put on for a show. This is not the Apprentice show. This is supposed to be about the American people, and I want us to start to refocus our attention on the American people and stop demonizing every daggone person that ends up in custody of ICE.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
This woman is the tigress of the House of Representatives, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. In a moment where Democratic voters cry out for brawlers, people who will stand up to Republican corruption, especially Donald Trump, Congresswoman Crockett is a breath of fresh air. This is not a woman who backs down. This is a woman dedicated to her own convictions, and this is a woman who actually cares about everyday Americans who are facing higher prices, lower wages, discrimination, loss of health care, or just generally getting sick of Trumpian stupidity, both from Donald Trump or anyone else trying to engage in his brand of obese orange self-enrichment. And Jasmine Crockett, like most Americans, has had enough. Appearing earlier today on MSNBC, Crockett made clear her feelings about Trump's continued corruption and her plans for the future when Democrats return to the majority. Take a look. Now, this is a longer clip, so listen to everything Jasmine Crockett has to say.
If the Democrats take over after the midterms next year, the House and or Senate, do you think they're going to push for investigations into Trump's family and the whole crypto acquisitions that he is getting?
Well, Alex, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, so long as we end up taking the House, which I fully anticipate that we will do, and we are going to work hard to obviously help our Senate colleagues as well, then as someone who serves on the Oversight Committee and hopes to lead the Oversight Committee, I can guarantee you that we will do what we are supposed to do as constitutionally sworn members of the House, which means that we will conduct oversight. That means that we will investigate. We will look at whether or not this president himself has violated the emoluments clause as it relates to, say, such things as getting a $400 million plane from the Qataris. We also will make sure that we're looking into all these business deals that they have going on. I mean, think about it this way, Alex. They were going after Hunter because he sat on a board. Think about how much money they are raking in, whether we're talking about the next golf resort that they're setting up in Qatar, or whether we're talking about them leveling Gaza, as they've talked about and talked about how it would be great beachfront property, whether we're talking about this crypto scam, the scam that people didn't even want to walk into and show their faces. Let me tell you, there is no shortage of things for us to dig into and determine whether or not there have been not only violations of the law, but definitely violations of our Constitution as a whole.
Did you make a little news here? Didn't you say you hope to lead that committee?
I absolutely do. Unfortunately, we are going to lay our dear colleague, Jerry Conley, to rest here on Tuesday. And there will have to be an election to determine who is going to lead the Oversight Committee. And ultimately, I am hoping and praying that my colleagues see that I can provide what we need as a team to make sure that we can move forward and instill some confidence in the American people by knowing that they have a real fighter who will not back down, even in the face of all the threats that I will have waged at me, because Lord knows I get death threats every single day. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that God will never leave my side. And so I will fight fearlessly and ferociously for the American people.
Preach it, Congresswoman. We are sick of this crap. We are sick of the blatant disregard for the law. We are sick of the flaunting of corruption. We are sick of the gaslighting. And we are sick of that blotchy spray tan face. In just under 150 days in office, Trump has committed impeachable offenses. Everything from defying Supreme Court orders regarding deportation of immigrants and legal residents, to accepting a bribe in the form of a plane from Qatar, to his ongoing crypto scam. And the American people do not have to stand for it. Make the resolution now. In any upcoming state, local, or special election, especially in the midterms next year, and in every election beyond, vow to support Democrats. And more importantly, support primary candidates who show good odds of winning in general elections and who vow to stop this Washington corruption once and for all. Jasmine Crockett is taking names, and she's not putting up with it. American voters should do the same. Seize any and all wealth or property Donald Trump has procured through his power games. Use it to pay down our debt and restore public programs, shut down the Trump Organization, and fumigate the building. Starting with a certain orange cockroach. This is Occupy Democrats.